welcome back. Well, let's work on our How Do You Do Art Junk Journal. We are doing Just Junk Journal July. So we are doing a journal out of all junk pieces. We have a couple of actual junk journals going on in this room, but I'm trying to focus on this one particularly because we actually made it. So I'm gonna take our front page piece off, this one, because it's here and it's fun, but it is technically going to be our front page, but it's a fun page, you know, like, and I think I want it to be somewhere like here. So, well, I don't want this to come past the back, so I'm going to line the back up, and then, because the back is technically a pocket, right? So we're going to work on that, but this is going to be like here-ish, right? So this is going to protect the back, but this front page here, I want it to be robust. Like I made this one robust here, right? We did that last time. I want to make this one robust too. So I'm going to set that aside and we're going to work on this. Oh, I added this piece in that we did the lace piece with the yarn, and I folded it up to make like a pocket. I haven't glued it or anything, and this side was still hanging off, and so I just kind of ripped it. I left this side because I wasn't sure, and I'm thinking we might rip it. What I did was, so right here where the yarn is kind of loose on the edge here, I just took the paper underneath of it, kind of just ripped it from behind it. I was like, yeah, good. And then this piece here, like, obviously, that's not what goes in our glue. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I left our glue open last night, so it's rebelling a little here. That piece needs help. I'm just going to kind of tack it on there, hope for the best. Ooh, now the glue's really going. Volcano. Here, that'll stop you. Yeah, kind of tack it on there, let it, oops, well, maybe we better use this glue. Yeah, I should take better care of my glue. I'm not gonna, but I should. It's a thought, right? Because this is thick, it's gonna just hold like that, right? And so we might do that kind of down like this one, see? So there's not a whole lot left over. I just ripped it, and as it went is how it went. That's kind of how I'm feeling about that. Let me put the proper little, okay, I don't have the proper thing, which is why I just had that stuck in there. This one I usually use to clean it out, and it just is over here on the side in a magnetic holder on my magnet board over there. So this piece, let's focus on that. So this for now, it's just hanging out, kind of like that. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this journal. It goes this way though. So I have some manila envelopes that were brought home from my husband's work because they weren't going to use them anymore, and they were throwing them out. Sorry, this is not cooperating with me. I need it to stay on or it's going to be all over our desk, which is not my goal plan. So my thought was I could just wrap it around just like that. That's what I'm planning to do right there. Let me move this up. Oh, I know, you're going to actually see the desk. Actually, I'm going to take everything off here in a couple of days, and we're going to play with the desk, I think. I know, I'm working up to it. I'm getting brave. I'll do that so we can just cut away. Is that what you're doing, Patty? Yes, yes it is. So I'm going to come down further than I need to. Right? You guys can see, right? Yeah. I know, because the cameras are all changed around. I'm like, can you see me? And you know I do not excel at remembering. And I need sideways if I'm going to cut. I don't know why I'm not using the guillotine. I don't know. Not doing it, though. Not. Obviously, you can tell this. I don't know why. I'm just trying to get that edge right there to that edge, because I feel like that's going to be easier on my brain than trying to cut such a little bitty notch. And I don't really care if that ends straight because we're not using it. You know, It's already through, but just making sure. And then I should hold it with a paper holder. Am I? No. As a matter of fact, let's not cut this part until after we glue it on. And what I'm really going to do is we're going to put glue on this. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going to bust out a glue stick and just put glue all over this bad puppy. Because I feel like, well, I should just do the whole thing, huh? Yeah, you should. That's what you should do. Really, really want to get my edges good. I never do, and we'll probably have to redo them, but I don't care. You know, that's par for the course with me. Would have been much easier if I did one at a time. Yep, sure would have. If I'd have stuck with my plan. But when do I ever? It was this top edge I wanted to get straight, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Just like that, and then just wrap this around, I figured would be the easiest way to go about this. And just kind of, where is my little, oh, it's right there on the desk. Look at you go, Patty. Look at that. How's that organized? Not at all, because it was left out on the desk. I'm claiming it's organized. That's what I'm claiming. Like that. Put the glue back because you were heavy-handed. Of course I was. Now I feel like we can cut down this edge. Just want to make sure it's sticking really well because I feel like there might be a piece or two not sticking. And that is okay. Yep, go sideways because I don't know. That's how I learned how to write in school. I assume they still teach that. I don't know. When I was doing cursive, they taught me to slant my hand. That's how I taught my kid to write cursive because they weren't teaching it when he was in those grade levels. And I was like, yeah, it's not going to work for me. Yep, look at that. Missed. That is okay because we have scissors. Yep, missed on both sides. Okay, cool. That makes it convenient. See right there? Didn't get the glue. And I went over. Don't care. Don't care. Oh, shoot. I still got lace out. What? You didn't put something away, Patty? Are you kidding me? It seems just so not like you. I know. That's what you were all thinking. I could hear it. I could tell. Said no one ever. Good. Yeah. You think we can do this piece here? Get it straight? Heck no. No, you can't. Well, maybe I could have, but shall not be attempting it. There. Good, good. No, that side's not good. How'd I do that? We're going to work with it. I think we are. Well, we'll see. Once we put the color on, we'll see if we're working with it for reals. I know it should be yellow, but I'm feeling like marigold. Well, what did I pull? Scattered straw. I guess we're going to start with scattered straw. See how we feel about that. I feel like it's there, but it's lackluster. Okay, let me just see. If we pull out the marigold, how would we feel? No, I didn't just cross-contaminate. Of course I didn't. See there? Just gives it more of a pop. A little bit more. Oh, I got something on my marigold already. Imagine that, Patty. So now I feel like our page will be much more robust to strengthen our little journal here. Really like it. do indeed. And this is an oxide. I know. Because I have some thoughts about this butterfly here. Besides the fact that clearly we have to amp things up on this page. That's better, right? Yeah, the marigold's definitely the better plan. I want to just pick the whole thing up and go around it, but because it's brand new, I'm trying to behave myself. You know. Trying to behave myself and not just, you know, go at it. With my pad, like I always do. But man, this takes forever this way. Because I'm trying to get it in a little bit. That way when I put the yellow on, you know, you can still see the marigold. It's really hot in my room today. Wonder what's happening. Seasons are changing or something. See, that's going to bug me. I don't like it. I don't like it. I probably could have covered it up by the time we got to the last portion of this, but I don't like it. Okay, I'm giving in. I'm weakening. I can feel myself weakening. I like things quick. I know you'd never know when you watch me do other art because, well, you guys don't watch me do. I almost made it. Pretend like I made it all the way, guys, okay? But look how much more I get on it when I do it that way. Look, just look at it. Ah, it's so good. Let's just give it just a teeniest bit more over here. Just a little bit, because this is like the front page. That page is good too, though. Look at the flowers and stuff. It's pretty. It's just pretty everywhere. Pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Yep. And then, I feel like, well, I'll go around it with brown probably, eventually. But I have come out. Yep, it works. Just checking. I thought we would go around the edges this way. Usually I would use the edge of my desk, but you can't see the edge. Can you, if I do this? Sorry, I'm moving you. I know. Oh, can you see the edge of the desk? Okay. So normally I just put my hand on the edge of the desk like this to do this kind of edge work. See there? That way I stay steadier. Because yes, the edge of my desk is getting painted because I didn't scoot this up. But then that way you can just like kind of zip along because you're steady. Mostly. Kind of like that, you know? And because that's oxide, the edging will change just a little bit because I got it wet. Like that. And then eventually I'll put brown on. But it's way steadier than when I have my hand up in the air like this. Okay, I'm going to move you back again. Are we steady? There we go. I gotta move the camera with you. Okay. See, way steadier. But see, that just gives it a little bit extra than this. Plus, it wets our oxide right on the edge for us. See, I can do it sometimes, but that's because this is a thicker nib. And then, but sometimes I go over and then I wind up streaking up into our stuff. Then I got to try to work that in, which is not my idea of fun. See how I just went over the edge? Thankfully, I didn't ruin the other side. See? Okay, anyhow. Whoop, that's wrong. This one here goes there. Yeah. And then I do have a marigold in this too. And I have a gold, but I'm not that huge of a fan of the gold color. But I do have this brown, which I might wind up edging it in this brown. I don't know. Let's see. Because sometimes I just find it's quicker than the oxides or the pens, but or the ink. But what it doesn't do is give us that halo effect that our, see there, that our ink pads give us. Not really. I mean, I can if I'm quick, see? If I'm quick, but it's not as controlled. So there's that. But because we can play with this kind of stuff, because this is a junk journal. So see, you can get it. You just gotta remember what you're doing and work at it. So for those of you, oh, see there? That is why I like to use the edge of something. Because now I'm going to have to work that in or whatever, you know, to the project. So those of you who have paint pens but don't have a lot of colors in your arsenal for ink right now and you don't want to invest, here you go. It's one way to do it, and it's kind of quick. I'm being precious because I know the other page is on there. I guess I could have put it on the box the first time and I wouldn't have had to move it, huh? And I know it seems like I'm covering up most of the brown. Normally I wouldn't do the entire thing, but I got rocking and rolling. Usually I only do bits and pieces so that you can see both, because I like to double color my stuff. I don't do it as much on camera because I don't want to make you guys bored. And this one to me is calling out, it's kind of begging for me to distress it. So I should have did that first, but I didn't realize it until I got to the front over here that it's like, oh, you should probably run a distressing tool around me, which I have somewhere in here. It's behind me, but you know, this is right here, as is my, this thing. That's just fine too. Just watch your hands. You know, ta-da. Maybe as much as you want. There. All right. I'm feeling better. I don't know about y'all, but I do. Except the bottom is falling out of my colors, and then you have all these colors to play with. You know? And I will. I'm sure I'll go back and color some more because I want to put more of this on. So let's put that over this and see how we're feeling. Now see, oh, get over here. Whoops, I forgot. That's supposed to be drying. Leave that alone, Patty. Because this is a file folder. I could have made it bigger because we could do this if we needed to and do that. But I would want it to come to this side, so then we would be wrapping it this way because I really want the front covered well, you know, like that, and leave the back open if we needed to. Or we could do this and then we could do a flip attachment tag right to it, and that would also reinforce. That could be fun. Where's our front piece? Let's see. Yep, making things on the fly, because once we put everything in here, see, this is going to need to be a little bit thicker to cover the front and the back. But see, the back is well covered, so it's not going to go anywhere. It's more the front that I want covered up. But if I leave that like that and make sure that the back is covered with that, okay, so if I make it go like that, because then we can just run a line like this line here. We can run another line there. So make that be the spine piece right there. Okay, let's do that. Let's just make that decision that that'll be our spine. That was unplanned, obviously. You just watched me plan it. So that means, let's take this off here. Where do we want to, yeah, let's do this one. I don't know, making it up as we go along. So let's distress this piece and make this look like it was always planned that way. Oh, careful, you're going outside the lines. And now see, you can see a little bit of the difference because this one has the yellow underneath, and you can tell, but that's okay. That is A-okay. And what we'll do is we'll just fold it a few times, give it that muscle memory first off, but also because then it'll look kind of distressy and a little more crazy like this one. Crazy good. Yeah. And we can always put a little bit of yellow over it if we need to. Oh, shoot. The white came off. Look at that. Come out here, white. Don't do that. Get your bum back on there. Okay. So, we did that. Really? Did that just take us 20 minutes? It did. Sheesh. I thought this was going to be like a quick half-an-hour video. So then, we could turn this into a flip tag. Like this. Right over top. That could be fun, right? Okay. Something like that we could do, right? With our little junk. Because we don't have a theme going yet, correct? And I'm going to drive somebody crazy. So I really wanted to use one of the pictures in this Rome book. Because we can use whatever we want. This is upside down. Hang on. Flip. Go that way. That would have been bad if I bound it in there upside down. So then I'm wondering, should we use one of these pages? Would this be fun to make this part of our flip? Hold on. I had a thought. So if this is like this, okay, you get out of the way because you're not really that important right now. I have these pages and I love them. I think they're just so much fun. See? So what if this were here like that? Would that be fun? I kind of think it would. And then you could flip and flip. No, that wouldn't flip. That would be a pocket. So that would be a stay together. Okay, so let me see. How do we want to handle this? First off, how far do we want it to come out? I'm going to want it to come out to a minimum of at least here. Okay. Okay. So we know we want it to come at least to there. And I'm going to give it a little extra, actually. I'm thinking it through, guys. I don't know. We're making it up on the fly, so I got to think it through. Think about what we're doing here. You scooch out of the way. You get on my line. I'm trying to use my little center line here. That's what I said. So let's give it a little more. Oh, let's go right to the end of this box. That would be convenient, wouldn't it? Put the box on the line. Should be center-ish, right? Okay. I tore off the wrong freaking edge. Oh, I know somebody was yelling at me. Oh, no, that's going to be okay, though. That's okay. You're all right, Patty. Calm down. Because this needs to go on the back of this, right? This is the part that I have to then decide how much of this I'm cutting off to flip over to attach to the back of this. Right? Because this is what we want to show. I want it to align with what? I want this to come down to here. Well, that part could go up as long as this part comes down so that it's at the bottom, and that part could be at the top. That's fine. This part's going to overlap because that piece is going to be back there. We got this. Like that. Okay. that seem good? Like a good plan? Okay. Definitely making this up as we go along. Okay. Okay, let's cover up that tower. That way this looks like it goes together. Once we seam it, it's going to go together. That's what I've decided. If I do it straight. That would always be helpful, huh? Okay, so come down here. Yep, don't know if we're still in the right lines. Do not know. Just making sure we have glue top to bottom. And I mean, I do have to say, because it's this Aleene's glue, it sticks to most anything. So hopefully it will stick these two glossy pages together. Should. And if I do it well, you're almost not going to be able to tell. Did I do that right? Is that how I wanted it? No, I wanted one up and one down, didn't I? Shoot. No, I like it better all together. Because this building kind of flows. Okay, then that's what you're going to see. I know, I'm making this way more difficult than it needed to be. But I want this whole. That's why. All right, so then we're going to add this piece. Oh my goodness. I'm going to add this piece into this piece. Yes? Yes. Just like that. No. I did it backwards. Yep, did it backwards. 1 minute. Because if I put this piece like that, and then I put this piece here like that, there we go. Like that, right? Yeah, because then that's double thickness. That's what we want. That's how we want it to be. Yeah, definitely making this harder than it needs to be. Definitely making it harder than it needed to be. There's definitely easier ways, y'all, but I like it this way, so that's what I'm gonna do. So, because now I could push this up and this down if I wanted to. So that this comes up a little higher. Do I want to do that though? So then what will you see with this? Yes, I like it. Still like it. Yep, because I think this whole thing here, okay, that's what I think. That whole thing should be backed. Onto a piece of brown cardstock, just like that. I don't know why I'm using this glue for that portion. Let's use this glue for this portion. Whoa, get up there, glue. Okay, yep. After this, I think we can bind it, because then we can make our pockets and such. I don't know, we'll do a flip through. I don't want to hurry it. That's the problem. That's why I always bind at the end. Because if I decide it needs something else, I want to give it something else. You know? Oh, come to the edge, come to the edge. Edge. There we go. I want this part here to really be down, and it is not. So, let's do it again. I want to know that this edge here is down for good. Forever and ever. Oh, and then I have to go have some breakfast. It is time for breakfast. I think I am going to make keto pancakes. Yes, I am. Strawberry and butter pecan. Hopefully. Okay. So then this is going to show this, right? Yes, like that. Well, it was close to almost. It was close to almost even. Almost. So, if that's the case, then we're going to cut. I did not get that even. It is not even. Get that down there. Try that again. And I don't mind it actually coming out a little further, but there we go. That's where that's going to go. So we're going to cut it over here a bit so that I can attach it to the page behind. Right? Not without our book. Don't worry. I'm not that far gone that I'm going to do it without the book. Guess we got stuff to stamp on. Look at there. Stamp is stamp, stamp, stamp. Okay. Because if this is in here, right? Because it's going to be attached. Oh, it's not going to be attached to anything like that. Right? Yes. This is going to attach right there. This can be up a little bit. Doesn't matter. It's all good. All right. So we want this to attach a little in from the edges, actually. I want it to be a little in from our edges. It doesn't have to be all kinds of crazy. Yeah, probably should put some on here somewhere, huh? Just making up pages as we go. Because it looks like it's going to end there and somewhere in there. Okay. And I'm okay with giving it a little bit of little bit of wiggle room there. And then this is going to go here. A little up. Oh, I wanted it to show. What did I want it to show? Oh, you're in too far. Shoot. Come out a little. There we go. Good thing I caught that. Oh, glad we're using a glue that we can adjust, man. That would have sucked. Because we want this to show what? This? This. Okay. So, we're going to put some glue on here. And it's going to hang out like a tab, kind of. Wherever it attaches, I guess, is what it's going to show. Because it's not really even going to show it. You know that, right? I mean, it's gonna, but sort of, because we're going to put something in there. Oh, that did not attach, which I'm okay with because we can leave it as a tuck instead of a pocket. I don't know why I was making it a pocket. There. It's not showing anything interesting, just the stairs. That's a, oh, sucker, get on there. Maybe it's not gonna stick out like a tap, but I want it to, so it's gonna. More glue. I thought this might happen. It occurred to me that we might have to reinforce the back because I really want it out here so it's tab-like, right? From the page. Get out so that you're tab-like from the page. So then, okay, we can move you again. On this side, first, let's just, oh, see, because it's not even at the bottom. Let's just press your little precious booty down there. Get you all glued down. Dun, da, da. Tab-like, yeah. Make sure you can fold over. Leave you open, stop it. Lots of extra glue going on there. Dun, da, da. Ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. Yep, once the glue dries. Because then I thought in the pocket, this would be fun. So I hope this did stay open. Yeah, just glue on the bottom. Thank God Aleene's tacky glue takes a minute. All right, let's put a little bit of drama up here in the top. How would that be? That's thick. That's how it would be. Let's have a little less drama. It's a, oh, I have a basket of scrappy materials beside me. I don't know why I thought y'all was just gonna know that, like, because we used it a few days ago. See, just scrappy materials in a basket. Just sitting here waiting to find a home because I thought this would be a really fun tag, right? Because like we could leave it up, then we can put another tag in, you know? So I thought, well, we can just place something on the back of it. Not that, but we'll put like coffee dyed paper. Ooh, this one will be just about perfect. So we got that. Let's do this one. Slow stitching, needles everywhere. Which is funny when you consider I do the slow stitching mostly in the living room. Edges. Because this is slick, I might have to glue it more than once. I know, I could have sanded it. I'm not gonna. Not unless I have to. In which case, you might see some slow stitching. Just to hold it in place. I'll put some toga material around this bad boy. It is Rome after all. So I want to plan a trip over to Las Vegas as soon as it cools down. Well, not as soon as, because, you know, my kid, school. Because now that he's been to England, I think he might be interested to finally see the London Bridge, which I've been waiting to see. But now, I was kind of, you know, putting it off because Vegas is not my kind of vibe. But now that Kiki lives in Vegas, I know Kiki lives in Vegas, now I'm feeling like it's my vibe. This is because I want to go see Kiki. So I'm like, well, I'll go. But that means my family, well, I want to go with my family, obviously, because we want to see that, you know, the street that lights all up, that street, it's all electronics. I know we were supposed to go for my 50th birthday, but my mom made me promise I'd still go, and then she died. Yeesh. Well, actually, she said, promise you won't miss it. And I said, well, then promise you'll get your butt out of this bed, which she did not do. So technically, I didn't break my promise. Just saying. I said, stop making me come to Michigan and freeze my tail off because it was winter time. Well, it was February by the time it was over. But, you know, in Michigan, and, you know, been living in Arizona a long time now. It was cold. Michigan was freaking cold. I was not appreciating. Not at all. See, I think this will be a most excellent tag because I don't see why tags have to be tag shaped. you know, the traditional tag shape. I don't think so. So I think this will make a dandy tag to go right in there. Tag. Ooh. Are you dry? Nope, not dry. But tag. Maybe we'll put something on it, like some hardware. We'll see. Because I want the tag to be more over here. Oh, I got to clean that up, don't I? That's okay. We will. And then, you know, we'll probably do some kind of flippy tag. I'm going to put this in here so I'll remember. With the same kind of Rome stuff. My son's super into these Roman, whoever their gods were. Not because he believes in any of them. He just likes Percy Jackson movies and such. You know, he only believes in the one God. Just ours. But, you know. Okay, so I think that'll be fun. Wrapped around that page. And then these. Because see, now the people are actually going to show in the window. Right? Once it's all done. That'll be fun, right? And then this will go there. And now it's nice and robust. And then that will go there. On the very outside, just for fun. And this is not going to look like that. And I will take that piece off. This piece once we, you know. Because I like the different levels. Oh, okay. I'm clearly going to have to re-glue that. I will. I will get it glued down there. Good. Get it good. It just needs to lay out here and dry. That's all it needs, really. Just needs a moment to dry. Just needs to dry without me fussing. But don't you think that's coming together cool? Well, maybe we're going to wind up decorating from this Rome book, which would be great because it was headed to the trash can. And this I'll clean up with alcohol, rubbing alcohol. No worries. Which will take some of the sheen down too. So that'll be cool. My kid will love this. I mean, it's going to be for sale when it's done, y'all. So, but, which I think goes great with the color of this yarn, which was my mama's yarn. Yeah, I don't know how I wound up with this book. No clue. Because, you know. Not a clue. There we go. Anyway, I'm going to end here. Oh, mostly because I want this page to dry without Patty ripping it apart 55 times. But I do want to cut that part off because it's bugging me. Okay, you guys get out. I keep putting it together and that's what's throwing me off. And I like that you can see this portion here, this piece. Because normally I would have used that backwards so that the pieces from the book stayed there anyway. That Aleene's Tacky Glue takes a long time to dry. I'm not in favor of that part. I like that it's repositionable, and I like that it'll stick most anything once it does dry, but man, waiting for it to dry is a pain in the patootie. I'm not used to that. I don't like that game at all. You know what? This is on a slant, so I'm thinking maybe we should slant this a bit too. Slant it down into that, just for funsies. Because see, like that's already attached. Just because we could. You know, just to mimic the book. Just because. No reason. I just thought it would be cool. And then this will go inside, and our little people will show. See, now that will give us 3 layers, like buildings. I don't know. I like it very much. Okay, you guys let me know what you think. So Tuesday's my Botox appointment. Thank God the migraines will slow down, and I will be getting back to trying to catch up with everybody's comments. Thank you guys for being patient because, you know, some things I cannot control. Leave it alone so it will dry. Oh, let me show you how my slow stitching's going, you guys. Let me show you. This cover, I was going to say it's complete, but that would be a lie. I'm going to put some I was thinking I was going to put some ruffles, but I might not, actually. I might leave it just like this. I kind of like the raw look. Isn't that adorable? How freaking cute can you be, right? I absolutely love it. I'm totally 100% in love. This one already has a home. But if anybody is interested in little books like this, it's not filled yet, obviously, because I need to do the outer edge. Well, I got to put on the backing. I've already put on the inside, now because I want it to be, this one to be squishy. Backing and then pages. Well, I love it, and I want to keep it because I love it so much. I am not going to, but I want to. Yeah, love it. Oh, and this is the back. Yeah, the Mad Hatter's down here in the corner. That wasn't planned, but I was working with fabrics, and that's what happened. Only the owl was planned. This was my mama's. And, yeah. So this one's claimed. So, let me know. You guys have a good day. Yeah, these were actually out of my scrap packs. So, there's one thing you can do with scrap packs. And this is one of my favorite sizes for personal stuff, because I can throw it in my purse and run out the door and still play. All right, love you guys. I'm going to go. It's a little, I don't know, this is an in-between, but I'm trying to do some shorter, as you know. And I think we're going to be up to binding. I think we can bind. I think I've fixed everything that needs fixed. Oh, we need to go through our pages first, because see, that one's upside down. I feel like that dragonfly. Oh yeah, the flowers are upside down. It's upside down. Just have a quick look through. Oh, see, we might want to paint that page. Not that we can't do that. Everything's upside down. Okay. Yeah, just the signatures in backwards. Let's see where we're at. I think we can bind it up, which I might do off camera. I might just go ahead and bind it. And then we can fill some pockets. Well, make some pockets. Some of these pages still have to be made into pockets and whatnot. And then fill it up, and it will be done and ready for a new home. All right, I will talk to you guys later. All right, love you. Bye.